Welcome to this yoga class that is specifically designed to help out if you are struggling with sciatica. So bearing in mind that sciatica usually affects only one leg, so you may find that you're able to do certain poses on only one side of your body. That's totally fine, and feel free to bend your knees in any pose or place cushion under your knees in any seated pose that causes discomfort. And just take your time, listen to your body. If anything is too painful, don't do it. And we'll begin by just coming onto our knees, sitting upright, arriving here on the mat today. Beginning to connect with your breath. Inhaling deeply and exhaling to begin walking your hands forward, sitting your hips back towards your heels and coming into your child's pose. Just melting your forehead towards the floor in front of you. Lengthening and stretching our spine, promoting flexibility and openness in our hips, thighs and lower back. Breathing deeply into the belly here. Arriving in this present moment. Maybe extending your hands slightly further forward, if that's possible for you. And beginning to come back onto all fours. We're just going to do some cat-cows here, inhaling to open our chest for our cow, and exhaling, contracting the spine for your cat. Inhaling to open, exhaling to gaze towards the navel. One more time, inhaling to open the chest, and exhaling, arching your back. Try to over-exaggerate this movement, exploring the limitations of your range of motion, and finding your way back to a neutral spine, tucking your toes and lifting your hips back into a downward facing dog. Step your right foot between your hands at the top of the mat. Open your chest, let your left knee sink into the mat. Just stay here for a few moments in your dragon pose. Maybe you want to sway from side to side, bringing a bit of movement into the hip. Staying connected with your breath. Then tucking your left toes and stepping your right foot back to meet the left at the bottom of the mat. Maybe pedal your feet. From here, stepping your left foot between your hands, drop your right knee towards the ground. Coming into your dragon pose on your left side. Maybe shifting your weight slightly back and forth. bringing some mobility into your hip flexor. See if you can gaze slightly forward to open the chest. If you prefer, you can also gaze down, letting gravity pull your hips towards the earth. Making sure that your front knee isn't going beyond your front ankle here. And then tucking your right toes and stepping your left foot back towards your downward facing dog. Take it for a walk, bending into one knee at a time. And then begin taking small steps with your feet towards your hands at the top of the mat. Lower your hips down. Remove your glutes from underneath you to come onto your sitting bones. Bending into your left knee and placing your left ankle on the outside of your right hip. Inhaling your right hand up towards the sky and exhaling to twist your left hand behind you, and your right elbow comes towards the outside edge of your left knee. If it's possible for you, you can also bend your right knee in, bringing your right foot towards your left hip. We're in the half lord of the fishes pose. You can gaze over your back shoulder, using your inhalation to extend your spine, growing tall, and exhaling to twist a bit deeper from the abdomen. It can be a good idea to place a blanket underneath your hips for this exercise to avoid arching your back. If it's too much having your elbow towards the knee, you can also use your right hand to hug the left knee. The right knee. Releasing your hands, untwisting your legs. You can pedal out your legs on towards the mat, bringing some circulation and movement back into them. Then getting ready for the other side, placing your right foot towards your left hip. Inhaling your left arm up towards the sky and exhaling to place your right hand behind you and your left elbow towards the outside of your right knee. Maybe you stay here. Maybe as you come into the pose, you find that you can bend into your left knee. There's no prestige in achieving a certain variation of a pose. So don't strive for something that is not attainable for you. Move with integrity and respect and reverence for your own individual body. We're all different. So I'm actually collapsing a bit in the spine here. Try to keep your spine as straight as you possibly can. This is why you'd benefit from sitting up onto a little block or a cushion or something to elevate your hips and straighten your spine. You can also walk your back hand closer towards your body to achieve that elongation in the spine. And then beginning to untwist, windshield wiping your knees from side to side. And then turning around, coming back onto all fours, and beginning to lower your entire body towards the ground, placing your forearms into the earth, parallel to each other, coming into a sphinx. So you're pulling your elbows towards each other, drawing your shoulders back and down to open the chest, tucking your tailbone in and lifting the lower belly off the mat. The spine is long. Your feet can be hip distance apart. You can press into the top of your feet, feeling the lengthening all the way from the pelvis to the chest. Either you can relax your glutes here or they can be slightly engaged. Your gaze can be slightly up or forward, but you can also close down your eyes here. And then lower yourself all the way to the mat, placing your left cheek onto the hands and just resting, neutralizing the spine towards the earth, letting go. And placing your hands next to your shoulders and pushing yourself up to your cobra. Lowering back down, finding an inhale to lift up, exhaling to lower yourself down gently. One more time, inhaling to lift yourself up, and exhale to begin lowering you down. Placing your palms in front of you and letting your right cheek rest onto them. Maybe rocking your hips from side to side, releasing the lower back. Connecting back to your breathing. And then rolling over towards your back. Placing your hands beneath your glutes. And then lift your upper body up, pressing into your shoulders and elbows. Lift the chest and either bring the back or the top of the head to the floor. But the weight should be more towards your elbows and shoulders, so there shouldn't be so much weight on your head. If this doesn't feel stable, you can bend into your legs. And just stay with the sensations. You might feel a tingling on your throat. And then in your own time beginning to lower yourself back down. Maybe twisting slightly from side to side. And then bringing your feet close towards your glutes, hip width apart. We're going to do some bridges here. You can just take a moment, letting your knees fall in towards each other, towards your center line, placing your hands onto your abdomen, connecting with those deep belly breaths. By letting the knees fall in like this, we are taking any pressure off our lower back. And then placing your hands alongside your body, using them to press into the palms and lifting your hips up as far as you can. And then gently lowering down vertebrae by vertebrae, engaging the core, inhaling to lift up, engaging your glutes, hamstrings, calves, and releasing all the way back down towards the earth. One more time, we inhale all the way up into the full expression of this bridge, and then exhale to roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. One more time up, inhaling to lift the hips towards the sky, and exhaling to lower down with integrity and control. And hugging your knees towards your chest, rocking from side to side, massaging out the lower back, giving yourself a hug here. Then placing your right knee above your left, stacking the knees on top of each other and bringing your hands to the outside edges of your feet or ankles, pulling your legs towards your chest, using the strength in your arms. The spine is long, chest is open, and you should feel the stretch in your glutes here. Exploring how deep you can go, and then releasing your right leg from the left and changing sides. Left knee on top of the right, hands towards your feet, and using your arms, strength to pull your legs in towards the chest. Bringing awareness to your hips. Maybe you can soften parts of your hips and glutes. Maybe just gently rocking from side to side, bringing some movement into the posture, and then releasing your knees, windshield wiping them from side to side. You can go really slowly, very mindful windshield wipes here. Take your time. The last one, to both sides, and then placing your right ankle on top of your left knee and bringing your arms to the back of the left leg and bring the left leg towards your chest. So the left knee can be bent at a 90-degree angle, and you can imagine the left foot pushing into a wall. Rolling your shoulders back away from your ears to broaden your chest. Try to keep your tailbone rooting down towards the earth. The entire spine is flat against the mat. Keeping your right foot active to protect your knee. Maybe you'd like to bring your hands towards your left shin instead of the hamstring and see how that feels. You can close down your eyes if you haven't done so already to really look within. Then untwisting your right ankle from the left. Just pausing in the middle. You can open your knees out wide, bringing the soles of your feet together. Just placing your hands on your hips. Coming into a reclined butterfly for a moment. And bringing your knees back towards each other again. Placing your right or left ankle over your right knee, and your hands can interlace behind your right hamstring, bringing your right leg towards the chest. You can imagine yourself pushing into a wall with the right foot. Opening the left knee wide towards the side. Keeping the left foot active to protect the integrity of your left knee. Or maybe you bring your hands towards your shin and lower your right knee towards your glutes. Your right foot towards your glutes. Just staying with the sensations. Seeing it as an opportunity to deepen your breath. Breathing really helps in that transmutation of tension, stagnancy, discomfort. And then letting your left ankle fall off the right knee. You can draw some circles with your knees towards your chest. Releasing the hip joints, bringing some movement into this part of the body. And then giving yourself a squeeze, coming into a small little ball, maybe rocking a bit from side to side, maybe coming into your happy baby, bringing your hands towards the outsides of your feet, letting your knees fall heavy towards the ground, feet strive towards the heavens. You can rock from side to side. And then in your own time, begin making your way towards a full body stretch on the ground, extending your hands above your head, pointing your toes, growing as tall as you possibly can. And then opening your feet mat width apart, letting them fall open like a book, letting your hands fall heavy towards the sides of your body. Take up as much space as you wish here as you begin tapping into your final rest, Shavasana. Releasing any thoughts, conscious breathing, letting go, surrendering. Feeling that wave of relaxation spread throughout your entire being. Every cell is relaxed. And I'm going to end this practice today with a quote or a little poem from Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin lived 88 years. He left us 4 statements. 1. Nothing is forever in this world, not even our problems. 2. I love walking in the rain because no one can see my tears. 3. The most lost day in life is the day we don't laugh. 4. The 6 best doctors in the world are the sun, rest, exercise, diet, self-respect, friends. Stick to them at all stages of your life and enjoy a healthy life. If you see the moon, you will see the beauty of God. If you see the sun, you will see the power of God. If you see a mirror, you will see God's best creation. So believe it. We are all tourists. God is our travel agent who has already identified our routes, bookings and destinations. Trust Him and enjoy life. Life is just a journey. Therefore, live today. Tomorrow may never be. can bring your hands to touch in front of your head or heart and thank yourself for gifting your body the medicine of yoga. And thank you for letting me guide you through this practice today. All my love, Natalie.